Hello everyone, my name is Nabhanya Singh. Today I'll be discussing about IoT based home automation system project which I built under Emertxe IoT internship. First we'll see this PPT and then finally I'll show you the demonstration of the project. The contents of this PPT are what is IoT, what are embedded systems, then we'll see the main topics that were covered for C and C++ language, then we'll see the main requirements and functioning of the project, and finally I'll show you some screenshot of the project. Now, what is IoT? IoT is basically Internet of Things that describes the network of physical objects that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the Internet. Few of the examples of IoT would be smart mobile phones, smart refrigerators, a smart security system, fitness trackers, and much more. Next, what are embedded systems? An embedded system is a combination of computer hardware and software designed for a specific function. Embedded systems may also function with the larger systems. The systems can be programmable or have a fixed functionality. Industrial machines, consumer electronics, agriculture and processing industry devices, airplanes, vending machine, and much more could be some examples of embedded systems. Now, the main topics that were covered for C language are basic syntax and data types, operators and arrays, functions and pointers, preprocessors, under which we learned about header files and macros, then storage classes and strings. The few topics covered for C++ language were basic syntax, classes and objects, constructors and destructors, and much more. Now, finally discussing about the project. There were three main requirements. The first was IDE, where we coded the project. For this purpose, we used Arduino Uno. Then for simulation, we used PiximLab. And finally, for controlling the devices, we used Blynk app. Now we'll discuss the functioning of the project. In our IoT home automation system, we include controlling garden lights that functioned on LDR sensor, and the intensity of light depended on amount of sunlight received. If there was no sunlight, the LEDs would switch on, and if there was good amount of sunlight, the LEDs would go off. The second thing was temperature system. It included heater and cooler, which would function sensing the temperature around. If the temperature would rise above 35 degrees Celsius, we'll receive a notification on our Blynk app that the heater is turned off. Then finally, we controlled the water tank system. We had inlet and outlet valve. If the water tank goes below 2000 liters, we'll again receive a notification on our Blynk app the water level is below 2000 and the inlet valve will automatically get turned on. This is the screenshot of the PiximLab simulation. Here we have the screen where we can see the current temperature and volume of our water tank. We'll also see if inlet valve and outlet valve are turned on or off. And again, we'll also see if the heater cooler are turned on or off. That we'll see in the demonstration that I'll show you further in the video. This is the heater cooler system. Here we have our LED light and this is our LDR sensor. Currently it is depicting that it is dark, so the light is turned on. If it would say there is sunlight, the light would automatically get turned off. Next, this is including the serial remote tank. Here we have our inlet valve, outlet valve, and it is also depicting the current volume of the water tank. Next, we have the screenshot of the Blynk app. Here we have two tabs. The first tab is depicting cooler and heater buttons, which we can control, and the current temperature. If you clearly see, you'll see the notification which is saying temperature is greater than 35, turning off the heater like we previously discussed. And then again a screenshot of tab 1 but with a different notification. It says water level is less than 2000, water inflow enabled. Again, we discussed this point previously. So in tab 2, we can see the inlet valve and outlet valve buttons to control the water tank, and Here we can see the current volume of the water tank. Finally, I would conclude this PPT by thanking Emertxe for making this project successful. We were able to build IoT based home automation system and also control it using Blynk app. So this is the whole code of the project, and this is the Pixum lab. Here we have this screen like we saw in the screenshot. This is our tank which is currently full. Now I'll be controlling it with my Blynk app. I just mirror screened my mobile. So here you can see the Blynk app. If I turn on the cooler, you can see here, we can see the cooler is switched on. And now if I turn on the heater is on. The cooler is off. And we can see temperature is rising. Now as soon as the temperature rises above 35 degrees Celsius, our heater gets off and will receive this notification like we talked. Now we'll function the tab 2, the volume system. Our tank is currently full, so I'll switch on the outlet valve. The volume is decreasing like you can see. Now as soon as the volume decreases below 2000, we'll see in the tab 1, we've received the notification that water level is less than 2000 and you can see the water inflow is enabled. We'll also see this LED functioning. Here the darkness, it is depicting that there is a lot of darkness. So the LED is on. Now if we just decrease this bar, it is depicting that there is sunlight and therefore the LED is turned off. So thank you so much. This is all about this project.